Next, from Austria, we have a master's student in theoretical physics talking about waves that get stressed. Can you please welcome to the stage Phillip Ambichl?
Imagine a room with 2 doors, and I'm giving you the task to cross the room as quickly as possible, entering through one door, exiting through the other one. Clearly, you would take the direct way that connects the 2 doors. But let's assume now you had a rather bad sense of orientation, that of a rubber ball, for instance. In this case, you would move along a straight line until your head hits the wall. Unless you are not too stunned by this collision, you will continue to move along a straight line afterwards. And so, like the rubber ball, you will be, so to speak, reflected by the wall. And even if you hit the wall 2, 3, or 4 times, you will still be faster than if you had started into the room completely planless, pacing the entire room, and eventually finding the exit by chance. In my scientific research, I'm given a very similar task to waves, which means they have to extend through cavities as fast as possible. These can be electromagnetic waves, sound waves, or the quantum mechanical wave functions of particles. But at first, a wave shows rather unimpressed by my challenge. It will generally spread throughout the entire cavity, just as the sound waves of my voice do in this room right now. This phenomenon is effective if I wanted to reach the whole audience. But how can I train my waves a little bit to reach only one specific receiver? How can I stress them a little? If I had to train you, I would take my stopwatch, measure your runtime, and tell you sternly that your runtime has to be as short as possible. In wave mechanics, there's a mathematical tool called time delay operator, which can be described as a stopwatch for waves. With the help of this time delay operator, a mathematical procedure developed by us will help to produce waves with well-defined runtimes. And it shows that precisely those waves with rather short runtimes actually do not spread over the entire cavity, but like the rubber ball, travel in narrow channels. Even reflections on the walls don't cause any troubles. This would be as if a trainer in indoor football could shout at individual players like throwing rubber balls at them. The others, so especially the opposite team, wouldn't hear anything of this. I would like to close with a quote of the famous football commentator Brian Moore. Football is not like an electric light. You can't just flick the switch and change from slow to quick. Yeah, but we can in wave mechanics. Thank you very much.
Philip, that was anything quantum mechanical is incredibly hard to explain. Ultimately it's mathematical. It's almost just like translating into poetry or something like that. So I think you were very brave in choosing that subject, but I didn't feel you connected it enough with me. I mean, I felt you were trying to give me an authentic feel for what it's like for you struggling with those waves and so on, but I didn't really, at the end of the day, know why I should care about these waves propagating through cavities. So can you make me care about it a bit more?
I could tell you about some possible applications that will maybe make you care about what. As to what?
He likes applications.
Okay. It's good to hear. You can imagine if the wave doesn't spread through the entire cavity but travels in these narrow channels, you could use that for low power communication, for example, because you can minimize the loss apart from directing the waves.
Right.
And another issue I think will be secure communication, because if you exactly know which path your wave will take, which is definitely something like the rubber ball would take, you can reassure yourself that no eavesdropper, as it is called, a bad guy who tries to listen, or a bad girl, in fact.
Why are you looking at me?
Sorry. Yeah, you could.
That's great. Let me hand you over to a bad girl.
That's what you said. That's not my opinion, actually.
Nicely done. Do you see, why do you want to communicate your work with the public?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm at the Vienna Technical University, so it's funded by the public. So the public does have a right to know about what I'm doing in my tower, sitting at my computer. Well, and apart from that, it may have applications, so we need some firms, some companies who will have to know about it. So it's worth telling, I think.
Philip, one quick question. What made you a physicist? What happened to you? What?
Are the questions getting meaner as we go on?
A short answer, a friend of mine who was a physicist before.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
Thank you.